This is the brand new upgraded Coody Koala7 inflatable luxury tent from RBM Outdoors, also known as the Coody17.2. This is a 12 by 16 inflatable canvas tent with 2 huge windows on each side, 2 skylights on the top, a stove jack for a wood-burning stove, and panels on the front and the back that are completely removable. The windows are completely interchangeable with clear plastic. The inside has a completely removable partition to take it from 2 big rooms to 1 enormous room, and it comes with every accessory you need. Stakes, ties, a manual hand pump, interchangeable windows, interchangeable panels, an enormous Rainfly that covers the entire tent, and heavy-duty canvas bags to carry and store it all. I just spent all day unboxing, setting up, and reviewing this tent so that I could tell you everything there is to know about it, and right now you can get a discount on your very own following the link below to the RBM website. This tent arrives in 2 boxes. The top box is all your accessories, and the bottom box is the tent itself. Inside the accessories box is the accessories bag, completely packed with gear, and an orange container with a patch kit for your tent, a brush, glue, and several extra patches for the PVC frame inside your tent. As we open the bag, everything inside is tied up in its own nice tight bundle. Release the strap and unroll the package, and inside we find a pack of interchangeable clear plastic windows, a manual hand pump with the Coody logo on front. This thing looks awesome. Swivel handle and a PSI gauge on top, an air tube, and several interchangeable nozzles. And the pump comes with its own canvas bag for easy storage. There are also 2 smaller bags, one with 8 stakes and the other with 14 more stakes. We have an interchangeable canvas panel for the front of the tent and an enormous waterproof Rainfly. We'll open up all this stuff individually as we work our way through this video because I want to show you everything. But for now, let's move on to the tent. As we open this up, you'll see that the tent itself comes in 1 box inside another box. The tent itself is in its own canvas carrying bag with 2 handles, 2 tension straps, a drawstring, and the Coody logo right on the front. Even the clips are embossed with the Coody logo. As we open the bag, you can see there's an instruction sheet sewn right in and an extra flap to go over your tent when you tie it up. And this bag is way oversized, so you'll never have a problem getting this tent back in it. Take your tent out of the bag, release the tension strap, unroll it, and unfold it into place. Now this tent opens at both ends, but if you want what is technically the front, here you can see that there is actually like a doorway here, opposed to the back that just opens with 1 long zipper in the middle. And to the right of that door, there's a nozzle in the front and the back on this side of the tent. Stake your tent down at each corner before you inflate it so that it stays in place while you're inflating. We're going to use the front nozzle to inflate, so we're going to close this one off completely. Make sure that both of those are tight so that no air will escape. On the front here, you can see there are 2 parts that screw open and closed. We're just going to close the front part and leave that top open. That's where we're going to put the nozzle to inflate the tent. Just like that. Now you can use your manual pump to blow up this tent, but I'm going to use an electric pump. I will have a link below to this exact pump. We're just going to push the nozzle right down into there. Hit the power button on the inflator. We're going to set this to 7 PSI and hit the power button 1 more time. And there it begins. With this electric pump, it takes about 7 minutes to fully inflate, and about halfway through, you just have to walk around and help the walls come up, go on the inside and push up the center beam and help it pop up into place. And when the electric pump hits 7 PSI, it will turn off automatically. And look at that. That is a gorgeous tent. I wish I was at the side of a river right now. Whether you want to call this a cabin tent, a house tent, a mansion tent, solo camping, family camping, backyard camping, backwoods camping, rain camping, snow camping, sleep camping, winter camping, this tent does it all. So as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this is the upgraded version of this tent. Now the Coody Koala7 Beige was the very first tent I ever bought from RBM Outdoors. That was last October, and that's what made me absolutely fall in love with RBM and Coody tents. The quality, the build, every single thing about these is outstanding in every way. I have never experienced quality tents like this in my 50 years of camping. And this one just got even better. Now you can get this tent in beige, green, or black. They have 2 more koalas at RBM Outdoors that are smaller than this one, but this is definitely my tent of choice. This is 12 by 16, 7 feet at the peak. The walls are almost 5 feet. You don't have to bend over at all to walk around in this thing, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But right now, let's just take a quick look at the outside. Looking at the front, you can see that there is one big panel with a door in the middle, windows on each side. They have the canvas covering them right now. There are zippers and Velcro to close the sides. We can roll these up and toggle them into place at the top. And then you have mesh in place of the door and windows. That lets in a lot of air and keeps out a lot of bugs. Up at the peak above the door, we also have this piece here, which is actually a vent. Pull that out, Velcro that into place, and it holds that open to let more air in. Now the mesh on the front windows is permanently sewn in, but the door has a zipper around the perimeter. You can unzip it and roll that up. And I will show you in just a little bit here that that entire front panel can be removed. Also on the bottom front corner here, you can see we've got this Velcro patch here, and if we open this up, this is where you would connect a diesel heater or a portable air conditioning unit. You've got a zipper on the side here for an extension cord. And the last thing on the front here that I want you to notice is this flap that goes around the entire perimeter. There is a zipper underneath that, and that is for connection to the Coody hub, which allows you to make this tent even bigger. The hub is a 12 by 12 inflatable tent that allows you to connect up to 4 more Coody tents to it. I have 3 of these right now and a hub, so that video is going to be coming soon. Moving over to the side, you can see we have 2 huge windows here. Each of them has a canvas flap as well. Velcro and zippers to close that. There is Velcro along the bottom as well, and just like in the front, we can roll those up and toggle them into place, and that opens those to mesh. Now the mesh can also be opened with these zippers here, and they can be rolled up and replaced with clear plastic windows, which I'm going to show you in just a little bit here. Continuing with this side, you can see we have the Coody logo right up here in the front. On the back, we have a big skylight here. There is a canvas flap on the inside that covers that. Sewn in toggles on top the windows. Ropes, tie downs, guy lines, whatever you want to call them, those are already attached. One on each corner and one in the middle. The opposite side is almost exactly the same. Coody logo in the back, skylight on the top, guy lines on each corner and in the middle, canvas flaps over the windows. Those roll up and toggle into place just like on the other side. The only difference on this side is that we have the stove jack up in the front here. There is a flap that velcros over top of that. That rolls up, velcros at the top, and opens up that hole for your stovepipe. And believe me, you want that in the winter. There is nothing like camping in the snow in 0 degrees outside and it is 70 inside your tent. So as we move around to the back here, you can see there is one big panel. That panel is also completely removable, but for right now you can see that there is a zipper that goes through the middle of it. There is Velcro along the bottom. There is a zipper up under this flap, which is how you remove this panel. Velcro and a zipper to hold this closed in the middle. The canvas panels can be pulled back and tied with a slip knot, opening up the whole back of the tent to mesh, and that stays closed with a zipper down the middle and across the bottom. You can see there's another string right here on each side, and those can be used to tie back the mesh panels as well if you don't want to remove the entire panel. And I will show you how to remove that entire panel in just a minute. But at this time, with all the windows and doors opened up to the mesh, this is how it looks from the back, and this is how it looks from the front. That looks so inviting right now. Now in the near future, I am going to be setting up the old Koala 7 right alongside this one, so I can give you guys a direct side-by-side comparison and show you just how many upgrades this one has. But I will tell you right now that one of the biggest and best upgrades with the new tent here is that it opens on both ends. On the original, the back here is one permanent piece with a permanent window. The fact that this can be opened up just like this is already a game changer, let alone the fact that that entire panel can be removed. And let me just say this while I'm thinking about it. If it kind of freaks you out, the idea of having those little zippers on the outside, on the doors and on the windows here, these little things right here that a lot of people say, well, somebody can just walk up and unzip that. I use little airline luggage locks that will slip right through those zipper pulls and lock them together so nobody is coming in. I mean, really, nobody's coming in anyway, but it's a cheap, easy solution to make you feel better if that's a concern. Okay, let's go ahead inside. I have another awesome upgrade to show you in there, and then we're going to talk about taking out these windows, putting in the plastic windows, taking out those panels on the front and the back, and I'll even show you how to put the Rainfly on this enormous thing by yourself. So let's go ahead and unzip the front door here. The mesh rolls up, toggles into place, and gives us a wide open front door. And stepping in, you can see this is already an enormous tent, even with the middle partition in place, and we are going to take that out. So looking on the inside here, you can see the stove jack up there that we opened up on the outside. You can see the window on each side, the removable panel between the rooms, the mesh vent on the top, the removable panel on the front, the windows on the sides, the door, the ports for the heating and air conditioning. We've got a little mesh bag over here, another one on this side. You always need somewhere to put cell phones, keys, wallets, money, anything like that. And these are perfect for that. You can see the air frame here goes up to the top and along the peak. There is a rope that's attached here. You can hang things on that like lights and clothes, a little ring right there. And this is solid as a rock. A lot of people ask me, how often do you have to add air to these? I've had mine up for over a month and never added any air. We do have a big upgrade here to look at, and that would be the floor. This is a bathtub floor, which basically means that it comes up around the edges about 5 to 6 inches. That helps to keep water out. But if you look closely, you can see that we have zippers down here that go right up to the air tubes, and that is because this entire floor is removable. You can take out that entire floor, have it open to the ground below. You can take this tent ice fishing. Any reason you would want to take out that floor, you have the ability with this tent. Now, looking at the stove jack here, this is a fireproof material here. I use the Caminus M medium wood burning stove in this tent, and I'm not kidding. It has been 0 outside and 70 degrees in here with that stove. This hole is slightly bigger than the actual stovepipe itself, so I highly recommend either a fiberglass pipe wrap or a silicone boot. I also have a video up on this channel of how to use that silicone boot. Very cheap, very easy. You can get it from Amazon and do it yourself. And this front room, I believe, is just slightly bigger than the back room. And remember, our tent is 12 feet wide by 16 feet long, so that means that each of these rooms individually are approximately 12 by 8. But let's talk about this partition now, because removing this completely gives you one ginormous 12 by 16 tent. But first, if you don't want to do that, if you have maybe 2 couples camping, or you want 2 rooms, one for you, one for the kids, anyway you spin it, you want some privacy. You can keep it closed just like this. This panel has canvas on one side and mesh on the other. Just like the panel on the back of the tent, the canvas panels can be pulled back and tied with a slip knot, opening up that middle panel to only the mesh. The mesh itself has a zipper down the middle and across the bottom. Open those up, pull them back, tie them with a slip knot, and you've got the whole thing open in the middle without removing the whole panel. Or if you want one ginormous 12 by 16 room, untie those, close them up. You've got Velcro along the bottom and zippers around the rest. Unzip those, pull it off on the bottom, fold that up, set it aside, and you've got one enormous 12 by 16 tent. Stepping back in, we'll take a look at this back room here. It basically looks exactly like the front room, with the difference being there is no stove jack in the back room. There are 2 skylights. You can see that these are held in place by these little toggles here. And if we take those off and open them up, roll them up and toggle them at the top, and that opens up 2 skylights right above what would be, I guess, your bedroom. So you can lay in your bed back there and look up at the stars, the sun, the rain, the snow. Very cool. The floor in the back room is not removable, but we do have the same kind of pockets on both sides here. Same airframe, same tube and string along the top to hang lights or clothes or towels. And the best part of the upgrade with this removable partition is on the floor here. You can see how this part actually lays flat across the whole floor. You want to be able to put carpets down in your tent, and in the old one, that partition stuck up, and you could kind of push it down, but it would be held up on the sides. In this one, it is flat from one side to the other. You can see it's up here a little bit, but that actually smashes down very easily. And I do have carpets for this tent, which I'll be showing you in another video very shortly. But for right now, there is your tour of the outside and the inside of this tent. The next thing I want to show you is everything opened up here. So we're going to start by opening up the side windows. There is a zipper around the perimeter of each. Zipper pulls on the outside as well as on the inside. Loops on the outside, toggles on the inside. Roll them up, tie them up, and now they are wide open on the inside, wide open on the outside. I'm not going to open those up on both sides of the tent because you get the picture. But we are now going to remove the front and the back panels. To do that, we're going to close them all up so that they are one solid piece we're removing. Grab this zipper, unzip it around the whole perimeter. That part now falls flat and it is only connected along the bottom with Velcro. But you can see how it opens up completely and that piece can be completely removed. Same thing in the back, close it up, unzip it around the perimeter. And now that piece as well is only connected along the bottom with a big piece of Velcro. You can easily remove those, roll them up, pack them away. And now you have a wide open tunnel. Basically like a pavilion if you wanted it all the way open to air and you wanted everybody just to sit in there and have a picnic. And these two pieces are interchangeable. You can put this one on the back, that one on the front, or likewise. Let's not forget we have this panel right here that can be used to replace one of them we just took off. So if we lay this out here on the driveway, you can see that this one is clear plastic. Zipper around the perimeter, Velcro along the bottom. This can go on either side. We're going to put it on the front. Just pull this off, lay this one down in its place. Start your zipper so you have it in the correct position. Connect your Velcro all the way across. Zip it into place, and there you go. Now you'll notice the outside is canvas. Just like the back panel, we unzip it, tie it at the sides, and there you go, clear plastic panel on the front. Now it does only come with one of these clear plastic panels for the front or the back. I am not aware that you can buy them individually. Next thing are the clear plastic panels that go on the windows. Now this does come with 4 of these, so you can have clear windows in all 4 of the large windows. We're just going to do these 2 over here so you can see how it looks. This is how they look laid out on the ground before we install them. Velcro across the top, zipper around the rest of the perimeter. Always start your zipper first, then do your Velcro so that your Velcro is in the right position. Zip it around the perimeter, and there you go. There's one. There's 2, and here's how it looks with the plastic in the windows and on the front. And now you can sit inside and watch the rain, the sleet, the snow, and in the winter using a wood stove, those windows will help to keep that heat in your tent. All right, last but not least, the Rainfly. The Rainfly is much easier to put on yourself than you would expect. Walk halfway down the tent, find the middle point of the Rainfly, bunch some up in one hand, toss it over the tent, then walk around side to side, unfolding it and stretching it out. It takes a little work, but there it is. This thing is huge. You can see that it touches the ground over here. It also reaches all the way over and touches the ground over here. This is where all the extra stakes come in. You have D-rings along the bottom where you can stake it in. You have loops like this all the way down the tent. There are toggles underneath. You can roll up the Rainfly and hook it on there if you want it on top but not on the sides. And you'll notice that the underside of the Rainfly is silver. That will help to repel the heat when it's hot out and to keep the heat in when it's cold. There are also ties already installed at each corner and in the middle. So you have several ways to secure it in wind and rain. We've got the Coody logo on the back on this side and on the front on this side. The only negative thing about this Rainfly is that it does not have a stove jack. If we lift it up here, you can see where the stove jack is on the tent up there, but there is not a stove jack in the Rainfly. And if you're asking, no, you do not need to use the Rainfly if you don't want to. The tent itself is waterproof right out of the box. But use of the Rainfly is recommended in strong downpours. And that's it, guys. That is the brand new upgraded Coody Koala 7 17.2 from RBM Outdoors. If you want to check out anything on their website, use the link below. You can get a discount on everything and anything you buy.